Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Greater Boston League Girls Soccer. Lynn English, the boys, just got through, won their first game of the season in a big 3-2 win over Chelsea. Lynn Glasgow girls will make it 2 in a row for Lynn here if they can win this one over Somerville. Lauren Wilson in net for Glasgow. Savina Schreider in net for Somerville. We'll get the Somerville numbers as we're in the process of getting a roster. Waiting for something with the officials. Now they finally put it in play. And with both uniforms, it's going to be a throw and a half to pick up the numbers, especially if they're on the far side of the field. Directly in front of us will be tough. Glasgow trying to tip it up. Somerville in the white, Glasgow in their green and gold. Bounces by everybody. Somerville looking for a break. Hustling down the near side. Looking to throw it in front. Great save by Wilson. They threw it out in front. A one-timer. An outstanding save by Lauren Wilson. That was ticketed inside the near post, and she dove, stretched, and made an ESPN highlight tape save. Outstanding. She's a grade 3 sport athlete. Softball, basketball, obviously soccer. But what a tremendous save. Some looked like they were going to get started very quickly and get on the board right off the bat. They pop it up. Glasgow trying to knock it upfield. That was McLean with it. They took it away from her. Somerville looking to get around. Down the far side. Looking to center it. And knocking it away. Might have been Rachel Dana with the defensive play. It bounces over McLean. And McLean tips it away. Parker with it. Knocking it deep. Somerville doesn't let it go through. They're looking for a break. They fanned on would-be knock-up field. Somerville keeps it in the end. Centering it. Chelsea keeps it alive. Knock it back. It kind of shanked it to the near side. Now they knock it all the way back to midfield. They knock it deep down the far side. They just get there and hold on. So right back at it. Trying to get around, looking to center it. Tipped. Lauren Wilson will come out and grab it and boot it away. And she boots it deep. Oscar knocks it upfield. Somerville's the only one there. And they let it go out of play. Well, a substitution for Somerville. Somerville chasing it, finally goes out. Wilson doesn't bother kicking up. She throws it up. Skips by Parker. McLean got a piece of it. Tipped it up. Broken up by Papazoglou. Glasgow trying to kick it away. Somerville trying to keep it in. Glasgow finally knocks it deep. Somerville's keeping Glasgow locked up in this early going. Glasgow had it and they lost it out of play. Knocking it deep. Wilson will get there first. She's very active. She got out quickly. Saw the pass coming, got to it very quickly, and she'll kick it away. Bouncing around. Glasgow gets a head on it. Somerville will knock it out. That rain that was coming down very heavy most of the day is really slacked off now. Goes out off Glasgow. Glasgow makes a substitution. Tipped by Glasgow. Somerville gets it back and knocks it upfield. Pushing it down the far side. Glasgow breaks it up. Takes it away. Looking to knock it deep. Parker got a piece of it. Looking to take the shot. Schreiber, the goaltender, was kind of out of position coming out to look for the ball, but Parker shot went wide left and missed the far post. Gianna Parker almost got Glasgow on the board. 10 minutes in and counting this first half. Scoreless. Somerville and Glasgow, Greater Boston League Girls Soccer. We mentioned again this main field being used almost 24/7. So many events going on here. It got to the point where soccer teams, football teams, I think the field hockey team, have to have their practices over at Fraser Field, which is also being used by Fisher College. Lauren Wilson comes out, steps in front of one of her defenders and picks it off so she can kick it away. And she kind of shanked it. And it's going to go out of play. But this place is overrun with 10 soccer teams and 5 football teams. Youth hockey. Men's flag football, men's soccer. They had a youth during baseball. I don't know if they still have it. They had a Stop the Violence soccer league that played here. St. Mary's has a rugby team, a field hockey team. Everybody playing here. Rich Avery, who was the caretaker for Manning and Fraser, has a job and a half. Just about a little over a week ago, 3 games were canceled because of the heat. And now they're still trying to find spots to fill those games in. The makeups, one of them, early September game, I think it's St. Mary's game, they were able to schedule October 30th. That's the first time they could get it in there. Pass a little bit behind McLean, breaking the net. She could have got a shot off. And now the pass too far ahead. That was Papazoglu, I think, who also could have got a shot off. Glasgow will get the throw in. Somerville winds up with it. He just tipped it away. They gave it away to Glasgow. Glasgow picks it off. And he tried to knock it deep. Somerville blocked it. Bodies go down as Glasgow takes it away. Off Parker's foot. She couldn't control it. McLean keeps it alive. Substitutions for both teams. Parker tipped it around. Somerville knocked it away. Neither goalie has been really challenged. Somerville's kept it in the classical end quite a bit. Wilson made one great save. I think it was Lillian Martin who took the shot. They knock it deep. Wilson comes flying out of the net before Somerville can get there. She'll kick it away. We mentioned she's extremely active. And she boots it deep. Glasgow picks it off. Skips by. Couldn't complete the pass. Knocked out by Glasgow into the Somerville bench area. Wilson, another save, knocks it out. Somerville will get a corner kick, first corner kick for either team. Coming from the far side. They don't gather out in front of the net. They start at the 10-yard line. As she starts to kick it, they break to the net. Glasgow got a piece. Knocking it away. Somerville collects. Popped up. Headed. Glasgow will knock it upfield and knock it out into the Glasgow bench area, but they get away from the net. Down the near side. Trying to center it. Glasgow knocks it away and clears it away. Lazo trying to bring it up. And Somerville takes it right back. Trying to center it again. There's Wilson again, stepping out in front of everybody. Picking it off. Just throws it upfield to McLean. And gets knocked out. That went off Rachel Dana, I believe. Just a couple of seconds, over 21 minutes left in this first half. No score, Somerville and Lynn Classical, and we got a timeout. Just about set to come out of the timeout. A couple of seconds over 21 minutes left in this first half. no score. Classical and Somerville. Lillian Martin had that one shot early that Lauren Wilson made an outstanding save on. And that's been it. Classical hasn't put Savina Schreiber, haven't got to her at all. Gianna Parker had one shot that went wide left. Somerville has controlled most of the territorial advantage. And we're going to get Gianna Parker banging in to one of the Somerville players. And Somerville will get a free kick from just inside the 20-yard line from the near side. A little bit of an angle. Just out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Football out of bounds. Everybody lining up. Everybody breaks to the net. And Lauren Wilson gets a good look at it. That shot was right dead center of the net. Wilson had a good look at it and just put it away. Also trying to knock it deep. Somerville takes it right back to the Classical end. Long lead pass. Wilson came out first to try and get there before the Somerville players did. Then she realized it was just going to go out of play. So she let it go. And Classical will kick it away. Skips by. Parker pushes it upfield. Not clear across. It skips by everybody. And it goes out of play. Bounced over both Classical and Somerville players. And Somerville again has it in the Classical end. Somerville breaks it up, keeps it in. Boys go down, they let him play. And Classical knocks it out. Substitutions for both teams. So that rain has been causing havoc all day. Just about stopped. I say just about stopped because you can't see it. I mean, it's still raining. But it was coming down hard, and there was no question it was raining. The windows were wet, hard to see out, and the rain was coming down pretty good. Now you have to look up into the lights to see that it's actually still raining because you can't see it out in front. But still enough to be a pain in the neck. Schreiber will pick up the rolling ball and boot it away. She boots it deep. And Somerville has it back in the English end. And Classical knocks it out. And it goes out off Somerville. I think we had contact against Somerville. Classical's going to get a free kick. So Classical got a foot on it and booted the opposite way. Now they try to knock it deep. Somerville knocks it away. They knock it deep, and Classical knocks it back. Parker got a foot on it and knocked it out. Bodies go down everywhere. I think they're going to call it against Parker again. Somerville will get another free kick. A little further away this time, just outside the 45. They don't kick it down, they kick it to the middle. And then they kick it back. Now they try to kick it deep. Someone can't get the shot off. Classical breaks it up, knocks it away. Somerville will let it go out of play into the Classical bench area. Headed away by Classical. Somerville with it. Try to center it. Classical will knock it away. And they knock it out. 15 minutes and counting left in this scoreless first half. Somerville had the almost goal on a shot by Lillian Martin on a great save by Lauren Wilson. As Wilson comes out, plays the high hop, and she'll kick it away. And Somerville has dominated territorial-wise. Classical hasn't come close to Schreiber in net. Loose. Classical get there first. They bang it off Somerville. Looked like they were trying to knock it out of play, and he banged it off Somerville, and Classical will get to kick it away. Now we're going to have substitutions for Somerville. Tipped by Classical back, and Classical gets there first and knocks it out of play. Somerville will get the throw in down deep. I don't know if I'm right or not. I think Classical's looking for their first win. They had a tie against English. Oh, shoot, they didn't play English in the city tournament. It was the boys that tied. Somerville's looking to stay above 500. They're 3-2. Parker looking to get around, gets bumped, gets knocked off the ball. And Somerville takes it back. And gets knocked out by Dana. Parker with another takedown. She can get called for that one. She can get called for two of them. She didn't get called for that one. She doesn't take any prisoners out there. Bounced over the foot. Might have been Lazo or Martinez. Okay. Pascal kicks it away. Down the far side. Somerville gets there. Centers it. They couldn't line up the shot. It got blocked. And it got blocked off Classical, and that hurt. Rachel Dana was the player. That line shot, a really hard line shot, got her. I'm not sure where it got her. Well, she's walking out on her own steam. Let's hope she's going to be okay. She's the daughter of Derek, the baseball coach, a very good baseball coach at St. Mary's. She's a very good athlete. She's also a pitcher third baseman for the shortstop team, for the softball team. And she's a big part of the athletic program at Classical. She took that. Let's hope she's going to be okay. The trainer come out. She's shaking down. They're working on her. I don't know exactly where it hit her, but it got her pretty good. It was a line shot. Classical tips it ahead. Schreiber will track it down as we get 10 minutes counting left in this scoreless first half. Swing and a miss by Classical. Classical knocks it back upfield. Parker picks it off, makes a nice little shift. Another nice little shift. Takes the shot. It got blocked. It was going to go wide left anyway. Now Somerville knocks it out. Classical get the throw in down deep. They haven't been down here very often. Somerville spent a lot of time in the Classical end. Classical keeps it in. McLean keeps it in. Parker off her foot. And Somerville pushes it up. McLean stepped in front. It wasn't McLean, it was McKenna Duncan stepped in front of that pass. Somerville pushes it deep, looking to save it. They can't. It goes out of play. Classical will kick it away. Classical takes it away. Parker gets broken up. And they just lost it. They had it, lost it, now they get it back. It was just laying there for Classical to take away, and then Somerville took it back. Now they knock it out of play. And I guess they got blocked because they're going to give it to Somerville. I thought Somerville just knocked it out. From long range, it got blocked by Classical. Somerville takes the shot. They knock it high over everything, out of play. Classical had it. Somerville took it away. Classical takes it back. Blocked off Classical, and it's going to go out of play. Bye, everybody. Classical will kick it away. Down the far side. Classical stepped in, got a piece, knocked it into the Classical bench area. Substitution for Somerville. Oh, takes it away and knocks it deep. Somerville just knocks it out of play into the Somerville bench here. You know, it was stopped by Classical. Classical kept it in. Parker trying to get by. Pushed it too far ahead. Somerville broke it up. They tried to go down the far side. They knocked it into the Classical bench area. Classical still looking for their first shot on net. Somerville's only had one. And it's been back and forth. Somerville has kept it in the Classical end most of this first half, but they haven't really got a really good shot. Now Somerville's going to get called for leaning on Classical. Classical will get a free kick right at the 30-yard line. They line drive it, bounces around. Classical keeps it alive, out in front. Parker got a foot on it. She wasn't looking at the net. She was looking more or less to her right, and the ball came to her, and she tried to hook it in and just punched it wide right. Parker's come close a couple of times. She missed the net both times, but came close. The other one she had was wide left. This one's wide right. Classical keeps it alive. Somerville takes it away. They knock it deep. Foot race. Lauren Wilson will come way out of the net, out to the 15-yard line and boot it away. They knock it deep, they're not going to get there. It's going to go out of play. Somerville took it away. It bounced off a Glasgow foot. They threw it clear across field. Went right by the net. There was nobody there to tip it for Somerville. And Glasgow knocked it out. Final 2 minutes. The clock will be kept down on the field. Glasgow knocks it away. Parker lost it off her foot. And Glasgow knocks it into the Glasgow bench area. So time winding down in this scoreless first half. You don't want to give up a goal now. Somerville can't get the shot off. Glasgow breaks it up. Papazoglu gets broken up. And it winds up going out of play. They'll blow the whistle, and that'll be halftime. So the one legitimate chance, Lillian Martin, a rocket very early in the half, and Laura Wilson made a tremendous save, and that kept it Somerville off the board, and they're still off the board. As we get to halftime, it's Flint Glasgow nothing, Somerville nothing. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're set to start the second half. Starting the second half the same way we started the first half, dead even. 0-0 Somerville and Glasgow in this Greater Boston League girls soccer game. Glasgow really didn't come close. Gianna Parker had a couple of shots. One went wide left, one went wide right. They never really tested Savina Schreiber in net. Lillian Martin had a rocket right off the bat that Lauren Wilson made a tremendous save. And that was the one good chance, and that was virtually one of the only shot really that they had on Wilson. So Somerville kept it in the Glasgow end quite often. They didn't get a lot of shots on Lauren Wilson. They get a head on it, and here's Wilson. Told you she's very active in the net. She was out very quickly, grabbed it, booted high and deep. Glasgow trying to get it upfield. Knocked out by Somerville. It's one of those rare nights where there's two NFL football games on. One at 7:30, one at 8:30. That's really unusual. Monday night. Glasgow trying to keep it in. They bounced it off a Glasgow player. Someone will take it and bring it back to the Glasgow end. Down deep to the near side. Looking to send it out in front. Knocked away nicely by the defense. And I'm going to get Lazo for a push-off. So from just outside the 25, from a little bit of an angle to the near side, Somerville will get a free kick. They knock it away from a long way away from the net. Oscar will knock it out. Right in front of the Somerville bench here is where they'll put it in play. Bounces by everybody. Glasgow kind of fanned on the clear. Now they knock it out again. Somerville will get the throw in down deep. Glasgow ran right by it trying to clear it. Now they finally clear it. Flaherty lost it out. Glasgow knocks it away. Glasgow's stuck in their own end, just trying to keep Somerville away from Lauren Wilson. Ball bouncing around. Wilson come out to get it. It gets headed away and knocked out by Glasgow. Somerville keeping the pressure on. They get around. Can't get the shot off. Glasgow breaks it up. And Flaherty couldn't keep it in. It's been all Somerville here in the early going of this second half, but they haven't got a shot on net yet. Tipped away. Glasgow will knock it out before it goes for the end line. They'll get a throw in rather than a corner kick. Kicks it upfield. Somerville keeps it in the Glasgow end. Skips past everybody. Somerville got a foot on it. Couldn't get the shot off. Now they knock it deep. It goes wide right. Lauren Wilson will scoop it up and she'll kick it away. Bounces by. Pops straight up in the air. Everybody trying to get a piece. Somerville finally does. And they're right back at it. Tipping it to the near side. Trying to center it. Glasgow's there. They couldn't clear it. It rolled around. Somerville got a foot on it, but they couldn't get a lot on it. They just kind of tipped it. Lauren Wilson will grab it and kick it away. Glasgow almost gave one away there. Somerville's let it go out of play. Right back in the Glasgow end. And Glasgow knocks it out of play. Glasgow back on their heels in this first 7 minutes of the second half. They haven't got it out of their own end. I don't know if it went out. Somebody made contact. They're going to give So a free kick. That one came from behind the play, I think. So right in front of the Somerville bench, they're going to get a free kick. Glasgow got it quickly. That was kind of a ground ball kick. Somerville doing everything but getting a shot on net. Out in front, they try to tip it back, and it's going to go out off Somerville. We're going to classical substitution. Glasgow will kick it away. And bounce it off Somerville. They'll get the throw in. They boot it deep, but there's nobody down there. And Somerville knocks it out. Glasgow will finally put it in play in the classical end, in the Somerville end. And it goes out off Glasgow. Substitution for Somerville. Somerville will get the throw in. And get it right back in the classical end. Lazo takes it away. Nice shot by Lazo. Just took it away. And broken up. Tip it ahead, looking for a break. They take the shot. And it went in the net. Wilson got a hand on it. That was Lillian Martin. Tipped it. It went right to the net. Looked like it might have gone over the top crossbar, under the top crossbar. Laura Wilson got a piece of it. It deflected and went in. And all that pressure in his first 10 minutes of the second half finally pays off as Somerville gets on the board. So Martin had that shot that Wilson made the great save on early. Now she comes up and just kind of pooched it. Ooh, pop up to the net just inside the near post. It was high enough that Wilson had to go up in the air to get a hand on it. And when she did, it came down, deflected off the post and in. So all of that pressure, keeping it in the classical end, they finally get a shot on net. When they do, it goes in. Osco keeps it alive. Barrero will come out, get it just before Gianna Parker. So we'll back at it. Pushing it up. Lost it. Somerville keeps it alive. Pops straight up in the air. Takes a big bounce. Classical will get it. Lazo looking to push it up. Had it knocked away. Somerville again, right back in the classical end. Take it down the far side. Bodies go down as Classical takes it away. And he lost it out of bounds. Just about in front of the Somerville bench area, they'll put it in play. Trying to get it to the net. Couldn't do it. Now they get it to the net, but they couldn't get a lot on it because they were getting bumped by the defense. Wilson makes the easy save, and she'll boot it away. And drills it past midfield. Somerville fanned on it. Parker picks it up. Tips it to the near side. Classical kept it in. Somerville took it away. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. They're saying that Somerville knocked it out. Classical's going to get a corner kick. Total different rain. Earlier it was coming down almost like sleet. And it was coming down hard. Now it's just coming straight down. Looks like a spray coming. You have to look up in the lights to see it as it comes. It's still coming down pretty good, but it's more of a spray now than it skips past everybody. Classical can't get the shot off. Now they get the shot off and it goes wide left and out of play. I think it was Esteban that took the shot. And we're just shy of 15 minutes in to this second half. Somerville leading Classical 1-0. We got a timeout down the field. They break the huddles. Here at Manning Field, we'll get back to action. Just shy of 15 minutes played in the second half. Somerville putting an awful lot of pressure on Classical, not letting them get started at all, keeping it in the Classical end. The pressure finally paid off, and they got a goal by Lillian Martin. That was Duncan trying to break the play up. Somerville knocks it deep. Somerville takes it by. Down the near side. Walking in, trying to take a shot across. High bouncing ball. They were able to get under it, kick a little pop-up, and Wilson was able to make the save. So Somerville was just keeping the pressure on. Classical just can't get anything going offensively. And here's Somerville right back at it. They center it again. Threw it behind everybody. It gets cleared away. And it's going to go into the Somerville bench area. And they're calling it off Classical. And it goes out off Somerville. Duncan will put it in play. Out again. Somerville boots it deep. And they block it and take it back. With a rush, broken up nicely by the defense. I think that was Dana. Nice to hear back after she got hurt. I forgot to mention that before. She was back after going down. Somerville again. Centering it. Blocked nicely out in front. That might have been De Leon. Again, almost impossible to pick up the numbers. Somerville knocks it deep again. Down the near side. Pascal knocks it away and knocks it out. And went out. It wasn't out when the Somerville player reached down to get it. She stepped out of bounds when she picked it up. The ball was right on the line, so it was still in play. Pascal got the throw in. And it goes out. Pascal boots it deep. It gets by. Pereiro coming out, but Somerville opts to kick it to the far side. And they take it right back upfield. Nice defensive play there. That might have been De Leon again. Pascal breaks it up. Pascal trying to keep it in. He knocked it out. Halfway through and counting this second half, Somerville leading it 1-0. They've got the one goal and only a couple of shots on net. Brown made one big-time save early in the game. And the one goal, probably only the second shot on net. Somerville has kept it in the classical end the vast majority of time. But they haven't really got that many shots on net. And the one goal they got was just a little kind of a pop-up between Wilson and the near post. She had to go up over her head, try to get a hand on it, and it just deflected into the net. Looked like someone was offside. Pascal knocks it out. bouncing ball. Glasgow trying to knock it out, and he'll knock it away and out of play, and he'll get the throw a little further deeper, I should say, on the far side. And they're calling another timeout. They just had a timeout. But they're calling another timeout with the score 1-0 Somerville. Why do they need another timeout? They just had a timeout. Here we go. Out of the timeout. Somerville's out in the field. Glasgow finally comes out. You look at the score 1-0 and say a battle back and forth, but Somerville has dominated. Glasgow hasn't been close to Schreiber in net. Not many times has Glasgow got inside the 30-yard line of Somerville. They're looking at a foot on it. They lobbed it up. They were able to lean in and reach up, almost get a knee on it, and they knocked it out of play, Somerville. Glasgow will kick it away. They knock it deep. Somerville's there to knock it away. Bounce off Martinez. Somerville takes it away. And they bring it right back to the Glasgow end. Pushing it to the far side. Can't get a shot off. Good defense. And Glasgow will knock it out. I thought Glasgow knocked it out. They're calling it off Somerville. Popped up and knocked out by Somerville. Glasgow get to put it in play in the Somerville end. They haven't been down here very often. And when they have, Somerville has cleared it away and brought it right back to the Glasgow end very quickly. Classical player went down. And Classical hasn't had many throw-ins down deep. And actually, they're calling it contact. I guess Classical gets a kick down deep. They haven't had any of these. Knocked away by Somerville, and they knock it back. And it's knocked into the Somerville bench area by Classical. So the ball doesn't stay in the Classical end very long. As we got 15 minutes and counting left in this one, with Somerville holding a 1-0 advantage. They knock it deep. Wilson will come out, scoop it up, and she'll boot it away. Somerville fanned on it. Now they get it back. They pass the ball really well to set up some shots. They haven't got many on net. What they have like that, not many scoring opportunities. That's an easy save for Lauren Wilson. But they passed it really well and moved the ball well. Gave themselves opportunities. Something that Glasgow hasn't had. Schreiber in net for Somerville could have bought a ticket for this one. Somerville knocks it out. Somerville knocks out again. This will be the deepest Glasgow had it. Down inside the 10-yard line. Tipped it. Somerville takes it away. And very quickly they move it upfield. And very quickly they got it back in the Glasgow end. And Glasgow kicked it out of play. Glasgow's played good defense. They've had to because Somerville's been putting the pressure on through the entire game. They've only given up the one goal, but offensively, they just cannot get going. Martinez trying to kick it upfield. It goes into the Glasgow bench area. And Somerville puts it in play. Glasgow took it away and he knocked it out of play. So Somerville put it in play right about midfield. Headed upfield. DeLeon knocking it very deep. Martinez trying to get there. Schreiber trying to kick it upfield. Shanked it. Martinez deep has it taken away. Good effort. Ariana Martinez with a nice effort. Schreiber got there trying to kick it upfield. She kicked it off to the near side, shanked it. And we're going to get a whistle for contact against Somerville. Glasgow got ahead on the kick, but couldn't knock it home, and now they tipped it over the net. It wasn't going to count anyway because they were offside. That was De Leon with the kick. Glasgow got ahead on it. That's the closest they've come. And they kicked that wide open, over the wide open net, but as I mentioned, they were offside anyway. So if it went in, it wouldn't have counted. They knock it deep, too deep. Wilson will play it. As we've got 10 minutes and counting left in this one. Somerville holding on to that skinny 1-0 lead. Martinez trying to get loose, has it taken away. Glasgow trying to keep it alive. Somerville knocks it back upfield. Martinez blocked that pass. Glasgow pushes it by, but they couldn't go get it because they got blocked. That was a nice effort by Juarez. But when she pushed it forward, when she went to go get it, she got blocked by a defender. Couldn't go get it. I'm not sure what the whistle is for, what the stoppage is for. I don't know what's going on. They stopped it. For some reason, Juarez is going to throw it in. I guess there was a Somerville player down. I didn't see it. She's going to the sideline. She seems to be okay. And they'll make a substitution. And we'll get back to soccer. Juarez with the throw-in. Taken away by Somerville. Nice block. That was De Leon again, I think. Broken up. Glasgow knocks it deep. Bounced away from Martinez. And Somerville kicks it out. And a few brave fans have stayed with their umbrellas, and the rain really slacked off. It's still enough to be a pain in the neck, but it's nowhere near as hot as it's been all day. Somerville knocks it very deep. Dana blocks the would-be scorer. Lauren Wilson comes out, plays it, and kicks it out of play. The rain just barely visible up in the lights now. It was extremely visible all day. Blocked by Glasgow. Somerville knocks it to the far side. Wilson will come out, lead pass. Wilson gets there first, and she kicks it away. Bounces by Martinez. They get it by Glasgow down the near side. Trying to center it, looking to get the shot off. Can't. I think that's Dana with the defense. Trying to center it. It deflects right to the middle. Glasgow boots it away. Parker trying to get it. Somerville back in the Glasgow end. Trying to keep it in. Hustling. Can't. It went out. Somerville just knocks it out of play. The clock is now the enemy for the Lady Rams. Bounces by everybody. Glasgow trying to center it. Schreiber will play it on a hop. It was going away from the net. She just stepped out in front, picked it off. She'll kick it away. Popped up, looking for Martinez. She's played well. It's blocked. Martinez looking for it, tips it. Somerville takes it away. Broken up. That was McLean, I think, breaking the play up. Glasgow keeping it in. And now it gets knocked out. Glasgow quickly with the throw-in. Scoreboard operator shuts off the clock. The final 5 minutes will be kept by the officials down on the field. So again, the clock is the enemy. That pass skipped right by. Juarez was looking for it. The defender got right in front, blocked her vision, blocked her from getting the pass, and then it went out off Glasgow. McLean boots it upfield. And we're going to get Somerville for a knockdown. They took Parker down. Glasgow will get the free kick. I think it's De Leon. Boots it wide right and out of play. Substitution for Somerville. So again, Glasgow's got a little giddy up in their step. They haven't really had a shot that tested Schreiber. They haven't come really close. They still have that 1-0 lead. Wilson made some very good saves. She made one great save, and then the one goal. I'm sure she's not happy with that one because it was just a high pop-up, and she had it between her and the near post. She went up, had to go up in the air, and it just deflected in. And you could tell she was disappointed. After making so many great saves, she just got a little bad hop that deflected it by her. And that's the difference in the game. Somerville gets around down the near side. They try to throw it in front. Glasgow blocks it. Again, the defense of Glasgow has played well. Somerville knocks it out. So Somerville's going to stay over 500 unless lightning strikes here. That rain is just about stopped, finally. They're going to go to 4-2 unless Glasgow can come up with a late goal. Somerville trying to get the shot off. They got knocked down for their efforts. Somerville puts it in play. they pop it up, and it's going to go out of play. Wilson will let it bounce past the end line, and she'll kick it away. Again, Classical has to get a little hurry up. Can't center it. Now blocked by Classical. Somerville's doing what they want. They're keeping it in the Classical end. Bodies go down as they smother the ball. Classical kicks it away. And they knock it deep. Somerville's there to knock it away. Parker looking for it. And Parker's going to go for a knockdown. I didn't think she was anywhere near the player. I thought the player just slipped and fell. Somerville will get a chance to stick it back on the Classical end with that 1-0 lead. Parker trying to knock it deep, looking for Martinez break, and Somerville breaks it up. Classical breaks it up. Blocked. And Classical going to get called. That was a good cross-body block. They knocked the Somerville player down. That was a pretty good shot. Somerville will get a free kick. And the official's reaching his pocket. I don't know if he's looking for a yellow card. He doesn't bother. Couldn't find it, I guess. From the 10-yard line, the near side, Somerville. They drill it right by everybody. Everybody breaking. Nobody got a piece of it. It went right by. Near post, far post. Went out of play on the far side. The whistle blows, and that's going to do it. So Schreiber will get a very easy shutout in net. She didn't really have to do much. Classical really didn't get a shot on net. Somerville didn't get too many either. They got one big one that Wilson made an outstanding save on early, and then a little pop-up that beat Wilson between the post, off her hand, in, just snuck in under the top crossbar, and that was the difference. As Somerville picks up their fourth win, they'll go to 4-2, and Classical loses a tough one. They couldn't generate hardly any offense at all. They were just back on their heels playing defense all night, and it winds up a 1-0 win. Somerville over Classical. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.